That's bright. Anyway, hey, I'm Gav from Gav Takes Photos, and today it's night time and this light is blinding me, and we're going to be using the Samyang 24mm f1.4 to shoot the night sky and see if it's any good. So let's get into it. Right, so as you can see, this is actually the cine version of that lens, and I'm shooting it at around f2.2ish. So the settings I'm using are ISO 1600, 13-second exposure, f2.2, and what I will be doing is I'll be taking a few exposures and blending them in post to try and get the most detail I can. Now, this isn't the most ideal location. This is just a local field. There is some light pollution. I mean, there's Stansted's over there, London's over there, so light pollution's a thing, but we're going to see what we can get. And there's some cloud rolling in, which is just fantastic, so I'm going to get into it. Alright, so there's a few planes going over right this second, so while I wait for them to go over, let's just talk about astrophotography. So, for those of you who've not done it before or are new to this, you can do it with any basic sort of camera with your kit lens, but you are going to have better results from using something a little bit more dedicated and something with a wider aperture like I'm using. This goes up to f1.4. Although I'm not using it at f1.4, it's nice to have as an option in case you're at really dark skies. You can pull those colours out of the night sky. Like, I need to be down Dorset right now, really, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's a clearish night. There is a little bit of cloud coming over, but we work with what we have. If you want to shoot the night sky and you're wondering what sort of settings you should be using, I'm using roughly the rule of 500. So it's your focal length, and take that and then divide 500 by whatever focal length you're using. I'm using 24mm, but I'm dialing it back a little bit because I find even with using that rule, with my camera in particular, you do still get a little bit of star trailing in the corners, and I don't want any star trailing. I want a nice clean image. If you're using a crop sensor camera, the rule of 300 applies. Same principle, 300 divided by whatever focal length you're using, and you go from there. The ISO is really dependent on where you are. So I find the darker the skies, the more ISO I have to use naturally. Obviously around here there's a lot of light pollution, so if I was to use, say, 3200 like I normally would, it's just a washed out horrible image. So I'm using a lower ISO to try and preserve highlight detail, not blow the sky out of proportion completely. But yeah, that's how I personally shoot. There are other ways. That's just me. So hopefully the planes have passed now. I can't see because this light is blinding me. Let's get back to it and see what we can do. Right, that's the first image I got there. I think off the top of my head that was about 15 exposures, and it's going to be about 10 dark frames as well. This light is just too bright. And stack those in Sequitur, and this is what it looks like now. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm adding on a Tide Optics CineSoft filter, and the aim of that filter is to make larger stars pop more and give them more vibrance in the sky, and hopefully, you know, be a cooler image. But we're going to see what that does, and yeah, back to it. Alright, so that's the image here, and that's what it looks like with the Tide Optics filter on. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer the one with or the one without. same settings, everything's exactly the same amount of exposures, same amount of everything. Let me know. I'm interested to see what you prefer, because I haven't seen them yet, so we'll see. Right, it's only a short video today because I've been out working all day and I want to go to bed, frankly. So if you've enjoyed this and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, turn it grey. Give the video a like, and if you'd like to see an actual in-depth video of how I shoot astrophotography, not just concentrating on the one lens I've got here, but all of the lenses I use, all the settings I use, and how I pick my targets and my locations, let me know in the comments and I'll make that video if you're interested. I've been Gaff and Gaff Takes Photos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.